You've put a spell on us, witches of film and TV, and now we're yours.
How wonderful.
Since the first silent films were made at the turn of the century, witches have been cooking up cauldrons full of cinematic black magic. Terrifying. But it was two 1930s sisters in sorcery who would spark our undying and undead love of witches.
And because you've been so good to poor old Granny, I'll share a secret with you.
1937's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and 1939's The Wizard of Oz are both based on books with witch antagonists, and both had been adapted for the screen before those films and since.
You don't know much about witches, do you?
But Disney and MGM each made indelible marks on how witches would be portrayed. Although L. Frank Baum's novel does not include any green-skinned characters, the cinematic classic flexes all that was possible with Technicolor film and created the instantly recognizable Wicked Witch of the West.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
On the flip side, Glinda the Good began a tradition of witchy women who use their powers for good, or at least not for deliberately evil deeds.
I don't think you're really a bad girl.
I guess this'll take longer than I planned.
1942's I Married a Witch and 1958's Bell, Book and Candle are a pair of domestic witchcraft tales featuring bombshell enchantresses played by Veronica Lake and Kim Novak, respectively. These films represented a shift to the lighter side of black magic.
Don't look at me like that. I will if I want to.
And they had an unmistakable influence on two super popular supernatural 60s sitcoms, I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched.
Even witchcraft can't keep him out there all night. It's our honeymoon.
The early 90s saw a spellbinding resurgence of spellbinders, beginning with a cult classic adaptation of Roald Dahl's The Witches.
We will do better. We will do much better.
Better is no good either.
And another cult hit that became required viewing every Halloween, the hilarious 1993 Hocus Pocus.
It's a star!
On the small screen, Sabrina the Teenage Witch was keeping witchcraft YA friendly, while Charm cast their spells for slightly more mature witches.
It's so good to see you. Hi. Isn't it, Prue? I'm speechless.
Both have recently been rebooted for a new generation. And speaking of cultish comebacks, Disney revived a classic villainess from 1959's Sleeping Beauty for a pair of live-action films. Maleficent is not a complete return to form for the formerly all-bad sorceress, because she now straddles the line that Wizard of Oz first introduced between the Wicked Witch and Glinda the Good.
This isn't you.
You do not know me.
And the ever-expanding Potterverse of books, plays, and films runs the gamut from good to bad witches, from Hermione Granger to Bellatrix Lestrange.
I want to have a little conversation with this one. Girl to girl.
No matter what kind of magic they practice, let's raise a toast to witches all October long.